Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the Senate Human Services Committee. We are grateful that all of you are here. We are excited because we have a quorum. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick roll call, and then we're going to adopt our consent calendar. Before we do that, let's turn it over to the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Teamer.
McGuire?
Here.
McGuire here. Berryhill? Here. Berryhill here. Hancock? Lou? Here. Lou here. When? We got a quorum.
All right, we do have a quorum. We have item number 3, AB 1001, and item number 5, AB 2448 on the consent calendar. Is there a motion? All right, we have a motion by the Vice Chair. Let's do a roll call vote, please.
AB 1001, the motion is due pass as amended to public safety with a recommendation to the consent calendar. AB 2448, the motion is due pass as amended. McGuire?
Aye.
McGuire, aye. Berryhill? Aye. Berryhill, aye. Hancock? Lou? Aye. Lou, aye. Wynn? Aye. Wynn, aye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a 4-0 on the consent counter. This is exciting. My goodness. Oh, no, actually, we have 4-0. We're waiting for Ms. Hancock. So what we're going to do, again, one of our traditions here at Human Services is that as we wait, we invite anybody to come up and do a little song, little dance, my goodness, which is Mr. Berryhill. You're a dang good dancer, so what would you like to be able to do first?
Something funky.
All right, something funky. All right, that's what we like to be able to do. And we have our first author here, ladies and gentlemen, my goodness, and Ms. Lou will be right back. Do appreciate Ms. Gonzalez, who is here on Assembly Bill 492, focus on welfare to work supportive services and providing a diaper needs benefit. Assemblywoman, it's great to see you. We welcome you. Thank you so much for being here and for the great bill.
Thank you, Chairman and members. Assembly Bill 492 offers a monthly $50 diaper benefit voucher per child age 2 or younger to women who qualify for child care as a support service through CalWORK's Welfare to Work program, meaning she is working or in school. This benefit would be provided as a voucher using electronic benefit transfer technology to stay consistent with other benefits such as CalFresh, which are distributed using electronic cards. Diaper need is a lack of adequate diaper supply and experienced in 1 of every 3 families. Research has found that parents resort to leaving their child in a dirty diaper or trying to clean and reuse diapers. Despite their necessity, diaper affordability is not addressed by any public assistance program. CalFresh, WIC, Medi-Cal, none of them help with diaper need. There's an incredible network of organizations that distribute as many diapers as possible. They can only reach so many people. Government has to do its job as well. Most child care options require a daily supply of diapers to leave your child for the workday. No diaper means no child care, which means no job. AB 492 fights diaper need for some of those who have come so far to make their family economically stable. AB 492 is supported by a diverse group of organizations such as the American Society of Pediatrics, the California Catholic Conference, Parents' Voices, and the California Association of Food Banks. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you so much, Assemblywoman. Do we have individuals to be able to testify in support? If you could just state your first and last name and your organization, please.
Okay, great. It's Nora Weinstein, and I'm from Baby to Baby in Los Angeles.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you, and thank you to Assemblywoman Gonzalez for inviting me here today, and thank you for your tireless leadership in this diaper debate, and thank you to the the Senate Human Services Committee for your time today. Again, I'm Nora Weinstein from Baby to Baby. We're a Los Angeles nonprofit that equips low-income children ages 0 to 12 with diapers, clothing, and all the basic necessities that every child deserves. We reach children through nonprofit partners, and they include homeless and domestic violence shelters, Head Start programs, and children's hospitals. Baby to Baby will serve 125,000 children in Los Angeles this year alone and thousands more across the country. Over the past 4 years, we have distributed 8 million diapers to families living below the federal poverty line. I remind myself at the start of each day that 1 in 3 families has to choose between food and diapers for their children. Diapers are like gold to the families that Baby to Baby serves. When I ask a mom, a dad, or a social worker what these families need most, the first, second, and third thing they say is diapers. It is unimaginable to me that moms are emptying out these disposable diapers, hanging them to dry, and then reusing them on their babies. Aside from the obvious health issues that are raised when there's not an adequate supply of diapers for a child, there is a broader issue. A supply of 6 to 8 diapers, which is 1 day of diapers, is required to drop off a baby at childcare. Therefore, the lack of diapers is actually preventing these children from an early educational experience and preventing their mothers from returning to the workforce. A sufficient diaper supply provides an immediate relief to these families who are struggling to provide the basics for their children. This one item allows mothers to tackle other issues like how to pay rent, how to pay utilities, and how to get food on the table. I'm here today because although Baby to Baby will continue to provide millions of diapers to low-income children, it's not enough. We need the support of California's leadership to protect our families and address this problem. I'm here on behalf of Baby to Baby board members, California-based moms who are also entrepreneurs, actresses, business owners who will stop at nothing to ensure that every California family has access to the most basic necessities to give their child a real shot in this wonderful state, and who are committed to using their platforms to bring awareness to the diaper crisis. I'm here on behalf of the 125,000 low-income children we serve in Los Angeles. I'm here for Nuri, a mother we serve who has had to miss her work shift at Taco Bell and her community college classes because she cannot afford the number of diapers necessary to send her 2-year-old Nathan to daycare. I'm here for Diana, who takes a half-an-hour bus ride every week with a toddler and an infant to hunt down diaper bargains because the Walmart within walking distance of her apartment in South Central Los Angeles closed in January. I'm here for Maria, another vivacious young woman we serve, who until recently was on the streets with her baby asking for money for diapers. I'm here because AB 492 would provide a diaper needs benefit in the amount of $50 per month for diaper products for every child 2 years of age or younger enrolled in childcare. The effect of this benefit would enable more families to be able to afford diapers. I'm here because on Sunday, the president discussed the importance of federal action in regard to the diaper gap. But as a California mom, I'm confident that our state can and should lead the charge in bringing much needed relief to families struggling to buy diapers. So on behalf of all of the families we serve who fight every day to keep their children safe and healthy and protected by diapers, thank you for supporting AB 492 and for fighting for them today.
Ms. Weinstein, thank you so much for being here and for making the trip up to Sacramento today. We're grateful, and thank you for your testimony.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. If you could just state your first and last in your organization, please.
Gabriela Lopez with Sacramento Food Bank and Family Services.
Good to see you, Ms. Lopez.
Thank you for having us. I am, again, from the Sacramento Food Bank and Family Services, a member of the National Diaper Network. The National Diaper Bank Network serves over 300 diaper distribution programs across the country. There are 17 members in California, which distribute in excess of 8.5 million diapers annually. But still, it is not enough to satisfy California's diaper need and close the diaper gap. The National Diaper Bank Network strongly supports passage of AB 492, which ensures that families do not have to forego the benefits of subsidized childcare programs but because they don't have enough diapers. The CalWORKS childcare programs benefit parents, allowing them to go to work, school, and children who receive high-quality childcare and educational foundation. But child care programs don't provide diapers, and without diapers, children cannot go to their child care programs. This bill would remove the barrier of diaper need from access to high-quality child care, helping parents maintain their employment, preparing children for later learning, and preserving children's health. And I do have a written statement from one of our participants that wrote this because she knew we were coming here. This program has helped me a lot when it comes to different items, especially diapers. I am on a fixed income, and knowing that I can come to this program to receive extra help every month lets me know that my child is in good hands when I drop him off at daycare. I appreciate your time, and thank you so much for allowing us to receive this help. Alicia Garrett.
Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
If you could please pass on our thanks to Ms. Garrett as well. Okay. It's good to see you. Thank you. Welcome. Nice to see you.
Thank you, Chairman and members of the committee. Jessica Bartholow, Western Center on Law and Poverty, in support and with gratitude to the analysts for including information about the impact on maternal mental health and child development when there is a diaper gap. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
Hi, Christina Romero, Planned Parenthood Affiliates of California, representing over 150 clinics across the state. So many of our patients are these low-income women, and we strongly support the legislation.
Thank you for being here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Danielle Kando Kaiser on behalf of Common Sense Kids Action. We are in strong support. I especially wanted to thank the representative from Baby to Baby. We are very concerned with the effect this has on children's access to early education. So thank you. We urge your support.
Thanks, Danielle. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chairman and members. Dennis Cuevas Romero here on behalf of the California Latinas for Reproductive Justice in very strong support of the bill. Thank you.
Thanks, Dennis. Good to see you. Welcome.
Mr. Chairman and members, Michael Radigan on behalf of the Board of Supervisors, Santa Clara County, in support.
Thank you, sir. Welcome.
Mr. Chair and Senators, Rosanna Carvacho here on behalf of the Alameda County Board of Supervisors in support.
Thanks, Rosanna.
Good afternoon, Coalition California Welfare Rights Organizations, Kevin Aslanian, strong support. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for being here. We'd like to be able to see if we have any individuals who are here to testify against. If you are, if you could please come forward, or if you do have concerns, we're just going to need to be able to make room right here in the front. We welcome you. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for having me. My name is Kate Nivens. I'm representing the California Department of Social Services. So as written, the way we interpret this bill is that as a cash grant increase to CalWORKs families with children aged 2 years and younger who are enrolled in subsidized childcare, the department does not feel that as written, this measure represents the most effective use of resources to help address the needs of those in deep poverty. We've shared those concerns with Assemblymember Gonzalez and are absolutely willing to continue a dialogue about how to best support low-income families and young children.
Thank you. Just have a quick question. So if there's concern in regards to the current proposal, have you offered any alternatives?
We've had a conversation with Assemblymember Gonzalez's office and also the Assemblymember herself and discussed some of the existing programs, including San Francisco Diaper Bank and some of the methods that are being used currently to distribute diapers and are happy to continue those conversations.
So the alternative is a diaper bank. Is that what the alternative is?
We've discussed what currently exists. We're looking forward to ongoing discussions with the Assemblymember.
And not at all trying to be crunchy with you, but just trying to figure out, so have there been any firm alternatives to the proposal?
Our conversations with the Assemblymember have just begun, so we look forward to continuing those.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to be able to see if anyone else would like to be able to come forward with any concerns and or any opposition. Now is the time to do so. If you could please come to the stand-up mic. All right. Why don't we bring it back to the committee and be able to see, I have some comments, but before I get into mine, I'd like to be able to see if we have any questions or comments in regards to the bill. Please, Mr. Vice Chair.
Yeah, I do. As you recall, a couple of years ago, I had some concerns. I laid off the bill a couple of years ago. I do appreciate you trying to get to yes on this thing with vouchers and whatnot, but I noticed in the bill that you had vouchers in here and then you scratch it off. So for starters, why the change in direction?
It is a virtual voucher. The reason the language reads a little, and we're trying to work with all the folks who are concerned to ensure, is because in the policy committee in the assembly, they wanted to make sure that we were projecting that it would go on the card, but it will work in the same way that a WIC benefit would work in terms of, and so as the WIC benefits move to the EBT card, it would work in that same way. It would be designated only for diapers. And so it is more or less, and we will again amend the bill to ensure that it is clear that it can only be used for diapers, and not, also when we say diaper products, not wipes or other products, as necessary as they might be, but only for diapers. So I'm sorry about the confusion. We're trying to appease all the policy committees, but stay, and I was very clear to work within the confines of providing diapers for women who are already have been accepted into subsidized childcare. In other words, the women who are doing their best to get back on their feet, and in form of just spending it on diapers.
Yeah, again, I think this is a really well-meaning bill, and you're trying to get to a much-needed position. But I am concerned that CDSS is in opposition to this bill, in that it's actually, not to go over what she said, but providing what equates to an additional increase to CalWORks grants. This is $15 million when people in this room can sit here and say, and argue that the child care system is way underfunded and that needs more money. So and we're still concerned about the EBT cards and then the fraud that can occur. Not everybody can afford the EBT cards for starters, and so it's going to be just a select amount of stores that can even do it.
I live in a community that accepts EBT, and it's to the benefit of the store. I can't think of it, and I don't have regular grocery stores in the food desert where I live, so I'm not sure. It does seem everybody is now accepting EBT, even some places that I'd rather not. I would say this: yes, $15 million is a lot of money, but I took into account everything, in fact, that those who weren't on this bill previously stated. And that's the reason I got such, I thought, pretty broad bipartisan support in the Assembly. We're talking about a very small, probably too small, and that's what the department would argue, group of women. But it's women who, when we look at the CalWORks program, we can talk about deep poverty, which I also care deeply about and want to make sure. But we can talk about those women who are working hard, who've done everything, you know, as I've always said, as a pro-family, pro-life Democrat, pro-choice Democrat, all the things I want them to do. They've made the choice to have a baby. They're working hard to get back on their feet. They're in a job or getting their education. They're trying to become self-sustaining. And if there is a barrier to employment, if we can reduce that barrier and help move people off of subsidized benefits, quite frankly, if we put more money into that program, the benefit is 2 or 3 times that which we could by just giving money. So I've narrowly tailored this to a population, I think, that on both sides of the aisle, we can agree are trying their best to move along, who are doing their best to do everything right. But to hear stories time and time again about a woman who finally gets subsidized childcare, who has a job, takes her baby to that childcare and doesn't realize she has to drop off 8 to 10 diapers, which cannot be paid for with any other benefit that's provided for her. It's time we remove that barrier and say it's okay to add a little additional money to these women in order to help make them self-sufficient in the long run. So if a child doesn't start with an adequate supply of diapers, if they can't go to childcare, there's no hope of ever getting off CalWORks or subsidized programs.
Well, I think that this bill is probably going to get out of this committee today. I still have some concerns on the fraud part of it. I'll probably be laying off again, but I do wish you the best as this thing moves on through the Senate.
And I'm just, you know, just for curiosity, because I'm trying so hard on this bill and my third year and third attempt at this. What fraud concerns are you suggesting? Because I'm not sure I can understand under this circumstance, if they're fraudulently, I suppose a woman is fraudulently being granted child care, but I never heard that as a situation in our CalWORks program.
Well, the EBT, for starters, they don't have all the smart technology, all of them don't, to be able to tell whether or not that money's going to diapers or not.
No, that's true, but by federal law, we have to put our WIC program into the EBT card by 2020, and so they will have to achieve that opportunity the same way we do for the federal program of WIC. And so I think that gets addressed in the bill because this wouldn't be implemented until we can implement it for WIC as well.
Well, you know, just on some other issues, I guess, it was indicated that you were working on some amendments to address the issue of ensuring an additional $50 actually goes to the purchase of diapers. But you don't have those amendments here today, correct?
I think it was very clear to us when we did this bill and we moved this along that the reason we took out the word voucher was because it then goes on a card and that became confusing, that it was no longer meant to be a paper voucher. We are trying to streamline it and streamline the cost of implementing this program. So we did that with every intention. If you look at the legislative intent, everything we have said from day one, we are willing to work with anyone to ensure that $50 definitely goes only to, and I think there are other parts of the bill that suggest this, only to the diapers, the purchase of diapers, that We are lining it with the WIC type of voucher program. That was very controversial for advocates of this bill to even take that. And I took that at the request of who is now one of my co-authors, Joel Anderson. And we had this discussion. That is absolutely my commitment. I have never made a commitment on a bill. I'm sorry that people read the language differently, and we're working to continue to clarify that language so there is no question, no ability to attack it on the idea that we're not trying to direct that money towards diapers.
Oh, I know that you're trying, I don't doubt that for a minute, but,
And I'm trying to make you feel guilty for not voting for this bill, too.
I realize that you're doing a pretty good job. So you don't have any other amendments planned for this bill at this time?
Just a clarifying amendment to ensure that there's no question by anyone who votes for this bill. I have a lot of Republicans who have voted for this bill saying that's because we made it a diaper voucher. So I have assured everybody that is, I'm sorry there's become question now on what we were trying to do. We will ensure a clarifying amendment that this can only be used for diaper by these women.
Okay, thank you.
Just a quick question. You mentioned that this is not going to go in effect to 2020?
That's the latest day it could go into effect. So we do, in order to align it with the WIC standards, have to give the department time to ensure that, but we as a state need to, my understanding is we have a 2020 deadline on the WIC standards. So this could go into effect no later than 2020.
So out of curiosity, if the mother doesn't use it that month, what happens to the voucher?
It goes unused.
Okay, so it just goes back to the system then?
Yes.
I'm supportive of the bill.
Thank you.
I have a 5-year-old and a 3, so I'm very familiar with diapers and how many they need. Big support of the Million Diapers campaign that went around in Orange County. I've always been a big fan of it, and so I appreciate it, and I really do appreciate the fact that you made it very specific to diapers, because I think that's the concern, is not that $50 is going to break anybody's bank for the month, but the intention of the bill is very specific, and it should go to those 2-year-old, 1-year-old for their diapers. And quite frankly, it's just one more box. I know how much diapers cost. That's a box about $30, $40 at Costco. So that's about a week or so worth of diapers, and so do appreciate it, and I will support it, knowing that that will be the amendment specifically for the diapers.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Just some quick comments. I think it's important to be able to remember is that the average monthly cash grant is $497. Family of 3 is $704. And the reason why that is important is you take a look at California with the price of food, in particular soaring rents, and the cost of gas. Being able to add this on to what the monthly expenses are for an individual who may be working at Taco Bell, right, making $10 an hour and no chance to be able to get above and beyond the federal poverty line. 2/3 of minimum wage earners in this state are women, which is why I think this bill is so important. And the issue that I have in regards to a diaper bank, in where the department was discussing, represent a rural area of this state. So we're going to expect a woman with her babies to get onto a bus and go from Hayfork in Trinity County, take a 2.5-hour bus ride to be able to go to a location that would be able to provide diapers. That is unacceptable and so arrogant. And we have to learn, too, this is also an economic development tool for our local merchants, and would hope that we could take a look at that. The more that we have on those cards, the better our neighborhoods are going to be. So we'll be supportive of this bill. Would like to be able to see if there is a motion to be able to advance. All right. Thank you so much. We have a motion on the floor. Mr. Teamer, please.
McGuire?
And I neglected to do your closing statement, but I think we're all good.
Hey, I like the recommendation.
All right,
I'll stick with that.
Thank you. Aye.
Actually, the motion is due pass to appropriations, by the way. McGuire, aye. Berryhill? Hancock? Liu? Nguyen? Nguyen, aye.
All right, we have 2. We are 1 short. We're going to keep it open and allow Senator Hancock and Senator Liu to be able to add on. Thank you so much, and thank you for making the travel. Thank you. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Assemblywoman Lopez here. Thank you so much for presenting on Assembly Bill 885, focus on foster youth. Assemblywoman, how you been doing? It's good to see you. And here's the good news, Assemblywoman, you have support on both sides.
Oh, yes.
So feel free to keep it brief.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. First of all, I want to start by accepting the committed amendments, and I'm pleased to present to you AB 8085, which clarifies certain parts of the existing law. This bill ensures that all former foster youth between the age 18 and 21 are available to re-enter the foster care system if they no longer have permanent relationship with the guardian. In some cases, former foster youth have suffered the loss of the guardian or guardian might have stopped caring for them legally, become adult. This bill allows those youth adults to have the support they reach goals and become active citizens in our society. And here today I have to witness and support.
Thank you so much, and we do have bipartisan support, which is very exciting. So if you could just keep your comments to a minute or less, we'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, and it's good to see you, and thank you for being here.
Thank you. So, like I said, I'll keep it really short since there is so much support. I guess I'll just go by giving a quick background that this bill came from AB 2454, which originally allowed non-minor dependents to re-enter foster care if their permanent relationships failed. As our other witness will speak, that this unfortunately does happen, even it is rare, but it does happen in some cases. What this bill does, but when that bill was passed, it left a little piece in the law saying that they can't petition the court unless the funding has been terminated to their adoptive parents or guardians, which the youth don't have no idea if that happened or not, because they don't get the contracts, they don't get the funding. So what this bill does is really just gives youth it takes out that little provision and allows the youth to petition the court and allows the judge to make the decision on whether it's in the best interest of the youth to re-enter and take all the supports and services that come from foster care. So I urge your aye vote.
Thank you so much, and I really appreciate you truncating your words. If you could just give us your first and last and the organization you're with.
Sorry. My name is William Smith. I'm with the Alliance for Children's Rights, and we're sponsors of the bill.
Wonderful. Mr. Smith, thank you so much for being here. Grateful to see you. If you could just give us your first and last and the organization. It's good to see you.
Leslie Heimov, Children's Law Center of California. We represent all of the children in foster care in Los Angeles, Sacramento, and starting July 1st in Placer as well. Thank you. So I would join with the other comments and with the author and just indicate that it's a very unusual circumstance that an 18 or 19-year-old wants to return to care. And when they do, it's because they're desperate and that they truly need that assistance and they don't have the ability to provide what the law currently requires. This is a simple solution, a fairly graceful solution. It allows the youth to get what they need and ensures that the funding is then terminated so that the person who's not supporting the child is not receiving money they're not entitled to. So it's a win-win.
Hey, wonderful. Thank you so much. And again, thank you so much for coming up as well. I'm glad you're taking the Placer. It's good to see you. All right, if we can just have you please come up, those in support, first and last in the organization, and we welcome you and say good afternoon.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members, Kathy Sunderling with the County Welfare Directors Association in support.
Thanks, Kathy. Good to see you.
Kim Lewis with the SpiritNet in support.
Thanks so much, Kim.
Michael Radigan on behalf of the Board of Supervisors, Santa Clara County in support.
Thanks, Michael.
California Alliance in support of the bill. Jackie Ruthheiser.
Hey, right on, Jackie. Thank you so much. Anyone else in support? Do we have any individuals that would like to be able to share concerns or who are opposed? If you could just please come forward. We are bringing it back to the committee here to be able to see if we have any questions or comments. We have Vice Chair just moved the bill. Madam Assemblywoman, any items that you'd like to be able to close with?
I just respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you so much. It's good to see you. Let's do a roll call vote and turn it over to Mr. Teamer.
The motion is due pass as amended to Judiciary Committee. McGuire?
Aye.
McGuire, aye. Berryhill? Aye. Berryhill, aye. Hancock? Lou? Wynn? Wynn, aye. 3.
Thank you so much. We have enough to get it out, but we're going to keep that open to allow Ms. Hancock and Ms. Lou to be able to add on.
Thank you.
It's good to see you and great job. Thank you for the wonderful bill. Thank you for all your work. All right. So again, we are now moving to Assembly Bill 1067. Mr. Gibson. Now, Mr. Berryhill is going to be breaking out the dance moves again as we have a little bit of a delay. So he's done the Running Man before, which was exciting. We saw the sprinkler, which was pretty good. And how about doing the shopping cart this time?
The shopping cart.
Yeah.
That can be done.
Okay. All of a sudden it got really awkward. Okay. So we are.
So even the authors in here, can we still move it?
Hey, there we go. Hi, Dang. We're going to just give it a little bit of time here. And we're tracking Mr. Gibson down. And why don't we do this? We're going to take a 5-minute break. 5-minute break. We are going to be reconvening at 1:13 in 5 minutes. So I don't know if I told you, I never changed my watch back. So it's actually 1:08 on my watch. So yes, 2:13. We'll come on back. Brief break. We have bipartisan support. This is amazing. This is good stuff. So, which means you can give a very short presentation today.
Thank you very much.
All right, and we welcome you, sir.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Mr. Members and Mr. Chairman and members, I'd like to begin by thanking the committee for working with us on this bill, and we accept all the amendments that has been offered by your committee. Thank you for allowing me to present Assembly Bill 1067, which seeks to introduce the Foster Youth Bill of Rights. Current law established, well, we've already talked about the bill, and so I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
That is what I'm saying. Look at that. The Assemblyman is on top of it. I love it. And I do want to say just quickly, thank you for your work on this. In one of the items that we had suggested is maybe adding the medical board's phone number onto the sheet that would be posted, just because we have had zero psych med complaints when it comes to overprescription. And I just want to say thank you.
And we'll accept that too.
Yeah,
thank you very
so much. And really, for your champion of this issue, it's really important. Let's go to any witnesses that would like to be able to testify in support.
Hi, I'm Nefertiti Franks, and I'm from California Youth Connection. I'm just going to talk about, simply put, why this is important.
Please.
Keep it short and sweet. This is important because it streamlines services, and so youth are able to know where their services are and how to get these resources. It's also important because it keeps stakeholders, service providers, and social services accountable for the mental health of foster youth in care, being that they are wards of court. And this bill is also outdated. It needs to be updated. It is about 14 to 15 years old, and so it needs some provisions. And last but not least, it's also to help youth transition and be self-sufficient in care and out of care, because out of care is also very hard to get mental health services as an adult. And so that's why we ask for your vote. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyone else like to be able to speak in support? And by the way, I just want to say thank you to California Youth Connection for all the work as well. So it's good to have you here, and we're really appreciative of your advocacy. Thank you. Welcome back.
Hi, Kim Lewis representing AspiraNet and the California Coalition for Youth in Support.
Thank you so much.
Jackie Reithheiser, California Alliance, in support. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jackie. Anyone else like to be able to come forward and speak in support of the bill today? Do we have any individuals that would like to share their concerns or their opposition? All right, let's bring it back. So the Assemblyman is going to be accepting the amendments that are in the analysis, and we'll work on the Med Board here at a future date. So do appreciate that. And Assemblyman, really nice bill. Thank you so much for your champion of this. Do we have a motion to approve? Move. All right, we have a motion. Do we have any final comments, sir?
Thank you very much.
All right, hey, there we go. Thank you. Let's go to a roll call vote. Mr. Teamer.
The motion is do pass as amended to appropriations. McGuire?
Aye.
McGuire, aye. Berryhill? Aye. Berryhill, aye. Hancock? Lou? Wen? Aye. Wen, aye.
All right, we have a 3-0. We're going to be holding the roll open until we have Ms. Hancock and Ms. Lou come on back. You are out, and thank you so much for your work, and thank you for being here. Hey, thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now waiting for Ms. Hancock and Ms. Liu. They are on their way. They have some exciting hearings, am I right? Exactly. It's great. It's very exciting. So we're going to be waiting here. Taryn, anything you want to talk about here? Or? Okay, that's great. That's great. Taryn may be going to Yosemite this summer, which is great. I'm still upset about the Iwani Lodge leaving, or the name. That wasn't, yeah, it is. You're broken up about it? All right. So we'll be holding it open here until we see Ms. Hancock and Ms. Liu. We'll be right back with you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are very disappointed that we did not see we're calling it the shopping cart by Vice Chair Berryhill, but it's all good. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting with consent. It's a dance. Mr. Berryhill does a very, it's an exciting dance that Mr. Berryhill likes. The shopping cart. Like you push the shopping cart, you lift for an apple, you put it in. Hey, look at that. Sergeants are like grooving back here. Hot dang, I like it. I think Mr. Teamer is, he's embarrassed right now. So see, there we go. Hot dang. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have two amazing women who have just entered the building. We have Senator Liu and Senator
come up from their other committee meeting, elections.
Oh, that's very true. I didn't mean like enter the building literally. I apologize. Into the hearing room. So we're going to start with consent, and that is Assembly Bill 1001 and Assembly Bill 2448. We right now have a unanimous on there, and chair supports.
The vote is 4-0. Hancock?
Aye.
Hancock, aye.
Thank you so much. Let's go to Assembly Bill 492. Chair is in support, and this is Assemblywoman Gonzalez, the diaper bill.
The bill has 2 votes. Hancock?
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Lou?
Aye.
Lou, aye. That's 4.
4-0, and that is out. We're going to close that. Let's go to Assembly Bill 885. Assemblywoman Lopez, chair supports. Mr. Teamer.
That bill has 3 votes. Hancock?
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Lou? Lou, aye.
Thank you so much. We do have a unanimous, I do believe,
that's
so
fine.
5-0, and that is out, and we're going to close on that one. Let's now move to Assembly Bill 1067. Mr. Gibson, chair supports. Mr. Teamer.
The motion is due pass as amended to appropriations. The bill has 3 votes. Hancock?
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Lou? Lou, aye. 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is unanimous. That is bipartisanship. Joe, this is amazing. Hey, hot dang, my goodness. We are holding hands and giving out hugs here at Human Services today, my goodness. We just will not talk about Hillary or Trump, am I right? And then it got awkward, okay. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We are adjourned from Human Services Committee.